The cold winds of autumn whistled through the streets of Melvindale, carrying with it memories of a chilling crime. In 2018, the small city was shaken to its core when news broke of a horrifying act of violence, one that seemed out of place for the quaint, unassuming streets of this Michigan town. David Carter, a 39-year-old resident of Melvindale, was a man with dreams and aspirations like any other. However, the course of his life was brutally cut short in a manner no one could have predicted. He fell victim to a crime so heinous, it seemed too macabre to be true. It wasn't a mere act of violence. It was a grotesque show of cruelty. He was not just murdered, but dismembered. His remains were scattered carelessly along I-75, near Hancock, Ohio. Each fragment told a story of betrayal, despair, and a chilling end. The initial shock of discovering what had happened to David slowly gave way to a pressing question. Who could do this? Enter Tamera Renee Williams, a 44-year-old woman with a past as intricate as the case itself. She wasn't an average person. Williams had been trained as a phlebotomist, skilled in drawing blood from patients. Before that, she made her living as a travel agent. But the darkest irony lay in her connection to David. She was his girlfriend. Evidence pointed towards Williams being the architect behind the nightmarish events that led to David's death. She allegedly shot him and, in a calculated move of cold blood, dismembered his body. A veil of dread settled over the town. If the allegations were true, how could someone, especially a lover, execute such a monstrous act? But as investigators dug deeper, more layers to Williams began to unfold. Her distinct physical features could easily make her recognizable. 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighing around 190 pounds, with brown hair cascading around her brown eyes. The tattoos of roses on her upper left arm would typically signify beauty and passion, but in light of the recent events, they seemed more like a mark of Cain. More revelations came to the surface. Williams had ties to the Masonic Order of the Eastern Star. This information made her even more enigmatic. Was there more to her than met the eye? Or were these mere details, distracting from the true nature of a possible killer? As the manhunt intensified, Williams vanished. She disappeared in October 2018, shortly after being labeled as a person of interest. It's as if the earth had swallowed her whole. Her abrupt disappearance added another layer of mystery to the already convoluted case. Could she have used her background as a travel agent to aid in her escape? Was she hiding in plain sight, perhaps working in a medical clinic, leveraging her phlebotomy skills? The case weighed heavily on the minds of the public and law enforcement. Years rolled by, but David's memory remained, a persistent reminder of the justice that was yet to be served. In a desperate move to reignite the flames of investigation, and in the hopes of garnering new leads, in 2021, the U.S. Marshals elevated the case's profile, offering a $10,000 reward. However, by September 26, the urgency had reached its peak. The U.S. Marshals Service placed Tamera Renee Williams at the very top of their 15 most wanted fugitives list, doubling down on their commitment by raising the reward to $25,000 for any information leading to her arrest. The aliases she might be using, Tammy, Renee, Tamera Hood, became common knowledge. Every individual was urged to be vigilant, to keep an eye out for a woman who might be hiding behind one of these names, possibly in a medical facility or blending in amongst a community. This isn't just a crime story, it's a tale of betrayal, of love gone awry, of a community left in shock and grappling for answers. The ghost of David Carter and the enigma of Tamera Renee Williams loom large, waiting for the final chapter of this dark tale to be written. The quest for justice continues, a somber reminder that sometimes the most chilling stories are those that remain unfinished.